As suspected last Friday, the jurors in the case involving Michael T. Slager, the individual who shot and killed Walter Scott in the back as he was running away from the police officer, will not have to deal with a guilty verdict because of the fact that the jury could not agree on convicting him. Now, today, on Monday, the panel of 11 white people and a black man again sent word that it would not be able to reach a unanimous verdict about Michael Slager's conduct, prompting the mistrial ruling. So again, this ended in a mistrial, and there's some evidence to indicate that the prosecution will possibly go after him again, but there's also a possibility that the indictment could be resolved through a plea agreement. That's reported by the New York Times.
So, important note there, the defense was pushing for a mistrial. So even before it came in later in the day, in the middle of the day, when the jurors were asking for more clarifications, the defense attorney's like, mistrial, mistrial, let's go to it already. That to me means the defense thinks, well, if we got a mistrial here, either they're not going to try him again, or they're going to want to settle this thing. And instead of getting the murder or even manslaughter charge that was obviously warranted by the evidence, thank God we have that one juror who's like, nope, I won't convict under any circumstances. So, let's push this to a mistrial and get a much, much better deal. So if you think, hey, yeah, mistrial, but they could just try him again, and then maybe he'll be convicted of murder and not even manslaughter because you don't have this crazy guy on the jury. No, likely they'll do a plea deal. That's why the defense is celebrating.
Exactly. Now, the judge received 2 notes during this case, and I want you to know what the notes said. Now, a note read by the judge from the foreperson, by the way, the foreperson was the one black individual in the jury, said just one juror was having issues and that the juror needed to leave. A second note, apparently from the lone juror, said that the panelists could not consider in good conscience a guilty verdict and that the jury might never reach a unanimous decision. So that's how it all played out. By the way, I know every time we give you updates on this story, we show you the video, which is graphic and difficult to watch, but I think it's important for everyone to know exactly what happened during this case.
Because you might not have seen our earlier coverage of it, and you might be thinking, oh, come on, guys, and you're mentioning race here. I mean, is it really that clear? Maybe the lone juror is right. Maybe there's just not enough evidence. So take a look at this video and see if you think that Officer Slager really thought his life was in imminent danger, that he was about to die if he didn't do this.
I'm at the Rivers in there, pawn shop. Where are you at now? 223, just got shots fired. Subject is down. You grab my taser.
This is 223, shots fired. He grabs your taser. Subject is down. At 9:38.
34 copies on the route.
93-4, 9:38.
.241's in area. I'm going to have to locate him.
Okay, so when we did the original coverage, there's an even longer video that shows Slager dropping the taser, basically planting evidence right next to where he shot him.
Right.
Now, if there was really a struggle for the taser, he could have just left it where it was, back where he shot him. No, he got his taser out and dropped it where he shot the guy, or where the guy fell down. He shot him, obviously, as he was running away, and he knew he had no weapon. He was just with him, and he shot him in the back. He shot him 5 times, and as he lay there dying, he handcuffed him.
The fact that there was injustice in this case, where it's as clear as can be, the guy is running away from the cop. He doesn't pose any type of threat or danger to him because he's running away from the cop. Why? Why couldn't they reach a unanimous decision? I don't know. And that's the thing, like whenever these cases come up, the answer or the solution is always the full body cameras or whatever, or the dashboard cam or the body cam, whatever. It's not going to do anything. You couldn't get video clearer than that. And the fact that that didn't lead to justice in this case, at least not yet, is devastating.
So let's note that, as the New York Times pointed out, there was obviously 12 people on the jury, 1 black, 11 white. The lone juror who's holding out is white. But remember, the other 10 white jurors were like, yeah, guilty, obviously guilty. He shot him in the back. Look, This is clear as day. So it's not like it's the majority of the white jurors who were like, nah, I don't care, just shoot black people and kill them. No, it was just one guy, right? Now, we don't know what's in his head. As I said on Friday, maybe he's a wild-eyed liberal who's like, no, there's no evidence that'll get me beyond a reasonable doubt. Right?
I would venture to say it's probably not the case. I could
Not
be wrong.
likely to be the case
Yeah.
in the Carolinas, right? He's in South Carolina, a white juror, et cetera. Now, and then when I saw the story today, Anna, it made me think of a quote that's a little, and it was unsettling. It was Trump's quote when he said, I could just shoot a guy in the middle of Fifth Avenue and my supporters wouldn't care and
That's
I'd get
right.
away with it.
That's right.
And now here we have a case where a guy just shoots someone on tape in the back, clear as day, and there's
Doesn't
at least one guy who says, I don't care. Not guilty under all circumstances. So today, no justice at all. Podcast the whole 2-hour Young Turks every single day, commercial-free, All-Star Tuesdays, Aggressive Progressives, Old School, Post Games, TYT Classics. You get it all with membership. Do it now, tytnetwork.com/join.